So friends, now let's see one of the passage from test 3. Okay, Cambridge 16 test 3. Okay, so this is the passage 1. You should spend about 20 minutes on question 1 to 13, which are based on reading passage 1 below. Okay, so this is the title of the passage, Roman shipbuilding and navigation. Okay, so what do you mean by shipbuilding? Shipbuilding means designing and construction of the ships. Okay, so and navigation. What do you mean navigation? Navigation means guidance of ship or airplanes from place to place, or the science of getting ships, aircraft or spacecraft from place to place. Okay, so as soon as we understand the meaning of the title, we can understand that what type of paragraphs they have given. Okay, so in this paragraph we might have something regarding construction of ship and navigation. Okay, so as we are saying no ABCD is mentioned, so we will quickly mark our number of paragraphs. Okay, 1 2 3, this will be 4, so this will be 4, this will be 5, this will be 6, and this will be 7. So in total we have 7 paragraphs. Okay, so now let's quickly read our questions types and let's mark our keywords. Okay, so question 1 to 5, do the following statement agree with the information given in reading passage 1? Okay, in boxes 1 to 5 on your answer sheet write true if the statement agrees, false if the statement contradicts, and not given if there is no information. Okay, so number 1, the Roman shipbuilding skills were passed on to the Greeks and the Egyptian. Okay, so these are our keywords. Number 2, skilled craftsmen were needed for the mortise and tenon method. Okay, mortise and tenon method of fixing planks. Okay, skilled craftsmen. What do you mean by craftsman? Craftsman means a person who make things skillfully, especially with their hands. Okay. Number 3, the later practice. Okay, the later practice used by Mediterranean shipbuilders involved building the hull before the frame. Okay, so these are our keywords. Mediterranean shipbuilders. Number 4, the Romans called the Mediterranean Sea Mare Nostrum. Mare Nostrum means, what do you mean by Mare Nostrum? Mare Nostrum means our sea. Okay, because they dominated its use. Okay, number 5, most rowers on ship were people from the Roman army. Okay, most rowers. Rowers means a person who rows a boat. Okay, so now let's see another type of questions. So another type of question is complete the summary. Okay, question 16 to 13. Choose one word only from the passage of each answer. Write your answer in boxes 6 to 13 on your answer sheet. Okay, so now let's see and mark our keywords. So this is the title of the summary, warship and merchant ships. Okay, so there is a difference between warship and merchant ships. Okay, warships they are used during the war and merchant ships they are used in trade. Okay, for economic purpose. Okay, so warships were designed so that they were dash and moved quickly. They often remained afloat. What do you mean by afloat? Afloat means they remain on the surface of water. Okay, they don't sink. Okay, after battles and were able to sail close to land as they lacked any additional weight, means they have not much weight. Okay, lacked means not much. Okay, any additional weight. A battering ram made of dash was included in the design of attacking and damaging the timber and the oars of enemy ship. Okay, warships such as Tram had rowers on 3 different dash. Unlike warships, merchant ships had a broad dash that lay far below the surface of the sea. Merchant ships were steered through the water with the help of rudders, and a tiller bar. Okay, so these are our keywords. They had both square and dash sails. Okay, both square and dash sails. On merchant ships and warship, dash was used to ensure rowers moved their oars in and out of the water at the same time. What do you mean by oars? Oars means a long pole with a broad blade at one end used for rowing or steering a boat. Okay. Quantities of agriculture goods such as dash were transported by merchant ships to two main ports in Italy. Okay, so these are our keywords. The ships were pulled to the shore by dash when the weather was clear and they would see islands or land. Sailors used landmark, okay, that they knew to help them navigate their route. Okay, so we have marked our keywords. So now let's quickly read our paragraphs. Okay. So friends, now let's quickly read our paragraphs. Okay, so firstly we will see our keywords. Okay, so these are our keyword. Roman shipbuilding skills, okay, were passed on to the Greeks and the Egyptians. So these are our keywords which we have to look. Okay, and warships. Okay, warships, we have to look for this keyword. Okay, warships, word design. So now let's quickly read our paragraphs. Okay, shipbuilding. Shipbuilding means the design and construction of the ships. Okay, shipbuilding today is based on science and ships are built using computers and sophisticated tools. What do you mean by sophisticated tools? Sophisticated tools means complicated and advanced tools. Okay, okay. Shipbuilding in ancient Rome, however, was more of an art relying on estimation, inherited techniques, and personal experience. Okay, so what they are saying, shipbuilding in ancient Rome, however, was more of an art relying on estimation, inherited techniques. Inherited techniques means they have learned from their ancestors. Okay, inherited techniques and personal experience. Okay, the Romans were not traditionally sailors. Okay, what they are saying, the Romans were not traditionally sailors. They are not traditionally sailors. Okay, afterwards they became sailor. Okay, so okay, but mostly the Romans were not traditionally sailors but mostly land based people. Okay, who learned to build ships from the people that they conquered. Okay, means they learned, who learned? Romans. They are talking about Romans. Romans learned to build ships from the people that they conquered. What do you mean by conquered? Conquered means to gain a victory over. Okay, conquered means to gain a victory over, namely the Greeks and the Egyptians. So in these lines, what they are saying, Romans have learned to build ships from the people, namely the Greeks and the Egyptian. Okay, okay, Romans have learned to build ships from Greeks and Egyptian. Okay, so now let's see our question. So what they are asking, the Roman shipbuilding skill were passed on to the Greeks and Egyptian. So this will be false because Romans have learned the skills from Greeks and Egyptian. Okay, the Roman shipbuilding skills were not passed on the Greek and Egyptian. Okay, so this entire line is contradicting. In passage they are saying that Roman has learned how to build ship from Greeks and Egyptians. Okay, but in question what they are saying the Roman shipbuilding skills were passed on to the Greeks and Egyptians. In simple word, what they are saying, Greeks and Egyptian had learned how to build ship from Romans. Okay, so the entire line is opposite. Okay, so we will write here false. Okay, Okay, because Romans have learned the shipbuilding skills from Greek and Egyptian, and not the Greeks and Egyptian had learned the shipbuilding skills from Roman. Okay, so try to understand what they are saying. Okay. Okay, so now let's see another keyword. Skilled craftsmen were needed for the mortise and tenon method of fixing planks. Okay, so now let's quickly read our second paragraph. Okay, there are few surviving written documents. Okay, few surviving written document that give description and representation of ancient Roman ships, including the sails and rigging. What do you mean by sails and rigging? Sails means a piece of material extended on a mast to catch the wind and propel a boat or ship to another vessel. Okay, and rigging means the rope that are used to support a ship to sail. Okay, excavated vessels also provide some clues. Some clues means a piece of information. Excavated vessels means ship. Okay, so the ships they found, okay, during excavation also provide some clues. Some clues means a piece of information about ancient shipbuilding techniques. Okay, studies of these have taught us that ancient Roman shipbuilders built the outer hull first. Okay, so studies of these have taught us that ancient Roman, they are talking about ancient Roman shipbuilders built the outer hull first. What do you mean by hull? Hull means the body of a ship. Okay, hull means the body of a ship. Then proceeded with the frame. Okay, and the rest of the ship. So what they are saying ancient Roman first built the outer hull first and then proceeded with the frame and the rest of the ship. Okay, planks used to build the outer hull were initially shiven together. What do you mean by shiven? Shiven means to join pieces of cloth or to join something to cloth. Okay, starting from the 6th century BCE. Okay, starting from the 6th century BCE, they were fixed using a method called mortise and tenon. Okay, so what they are saying, starting from the 6th century BCE, they were fixed using a method called mortise and tenon, whereby one plank locked into another without the need for stitching. Okay, so what they are saying starting from the 6th century BCE, they were fixed using a method called mortise and tenon, whereby one plank locked into another without the need for stitching. Then in the first centuries of the current era, Mediterranean shipbuilders shifted to another shipbuilding method. Okay, so here they are talking about another shipbuilding method. Okay, still in use today. So this another method is still used today. Okay, so what they are saying, Mediterranean shipbuilders shifted to another shipbuilding method still used today, which consisted of building the frame first. Okay, building the frame first and then proceeding with the hull and the other components of the ship. Okay, so here what they are saying, Romans were building hull first and then frame, but the Mediterranean shipbuilders, they are making frame first and then proceeding with the hull, okay, and another components of the ship. So this method was more systematic and dramatically shortened the ship construction times. Okay, so this another method. Okay, this another method was very beneficial. It reduces the construction time of the ship. Okay, the ancient Romans built large merchant ships and warships whose size and technology were unequaled. What do you mean by unequaled? Okay, until the unequaled means superior to all others. Superior to all others. Okay, The ancient Romans built large merchant ships and warships whose size and technology were superior to all others until the 16th century CE. Okay, so in this paragraph what we are getting that Romans they are building the ship, they build the hull first and then the frame. Okay, but Mediterranean shipbuilders shifted to another shipbuilding method in which they build the frame first and then the hull. Okay, and this method was more systematic and dramatically shortened the ship construction time. This another method is very useful. Okay, it reduces the construction time of the ship. So the ancient Romans built large merchant ship and warship whose size and technology were superior to all others until the 16th century CE. Okay, so now let's see our questions. So let's see what they are asking. Second, skilled craftsmen were needed for the mortise and tenon method of fixing plank. Okay, and the third one, the later practice used by Mediterranean shipbuilders involved building the hull before the frame. The later practice means another method. They are talking about another method. Another method used by Mediterranean shipbuilders involved building the hull before the frame. So no, this line is wrong. Because why it is wrong? Because Mediterranean shipbuilders, they are building the frame first and the hull afterwards. Okay, so this will be false. Okay, understand this. What they are saying, the later practice means another method. Okay, another method used by Mediterranean shipbuilders involved building the hull before the frame. Okay, no, they are building the frame first and the hull afterwards. Okay, so that's why this line is wrong. I hope you are getting what I am saying. Okay, try to understand what I am saying. If okay, so now let's see our another Mare Nostrum keyword and Roman army. Okay, so these are our keywords. Skilled craftsmen, we have not seen any kind of word like this, skilled craftsmen. Let's see again in the same passage, in same paragraph. Okay, so here they are saying that starting from 6th century BCE, they were fixed using a method called mortise and tenon, whereby one plank locked into another without the need for stitching. Okay, and then they are switching to the Mediterranean shipbuilders. So they are saying that mortise and tenon method are used for fixing plank, but they are not saying that skilled craftsmen were needed. Okay, try to understand what they are saying in second. Skilled craftsmen were needed for the mortise and tenon method of fixing planks. Okay, so in paragraph they are saying that mortise and tenon method were used for fixing planks, but they are not saying that skilled craftsmen were needed. Okay, so these words are not present in the paragraph. So we will write not given. Okay, try to understand what they are asking in question and what they are saying in paragraph. Both are different. Here skilled craftsmen, these words is entirely absent in second paragraph. Okay, skilled craftsmen were needed for the mortise and tenon method of fixing planks. Okay, so these words are not present in our second paragraph. Okay, so now let's move towards our third paragraph. So now let's quickly read our third paragraph, warships. Okay, so we are getting our new keyword here, which we have seen in questions. Warships were built to be lightweight and very speedy. Okay, warships were built to be lightweight and very speedy. They had to be able to sail near the coast, which is why they had no ballast or excess load and were built with a long narrow hull. Okay, so what they are saying, warships were built to be lightweight and very speedy. Okay, they had to be able to sail near the coast, which is why they had no ballast. What do you mean by ballast? Ballast means heavy material such as gravel, sand or iron placed, okay, placed in the bilge of a ship to ensure its stability. Okay, so this ballast is absent. Okay, this ballast is not present. Okay, so what they are saying, they had to be able to sail near the coast, which is why they had no ballast or excessive load and were built with a long narrow hull. Okay, they did not sink when damaged. Okay, they did not sink when damaged and often would lie crippled. Okay, often. So what they are saying, they did not sink when damaged and often would lie crippled. What do you mean by crippled? Crippled means severely damaged or malfunctioning. Okay, would lie crippled on the sea surface following naval battles. Okay, after battles they float on the sea. Okay, they do not sink. Okay, they had a bronze battering ram. They had a bronze. So this is a type of metal. Okay, this is a type of metal. Okay, bronze is a type of metal. They had a bronze battering ram which was used to pierce. What do you mean by pierce? Pierce means go into or through something. Okay, okay, to go into or through something, which was used to pierce the timber hulls or break the oars of enemy vessels. Okay, what do you mean by oars? Oars means a long pole that is flat and wide at one end and that you use for moving a small boat through water. Okay, warships used both wind and human power. Wind means sails and human power means oarsmen, and were therefore very fast. Okay, warship used both wind and human power and were therefore very fast. Okay, eventually Rome's navy became the largest and the most powerful in the Mediterranean, and the Romans had control over what they therefore called Mare Nostrum, means our sea. Okay, so these are our keywords which we are getting. Okay, so now let's see our questions. So, okay. The Romans called the Mediterranean Sea Mare Nostrum because they dominated its use. Okay? Yes, true. This is true. Why this is true? Because Romans had control over what they before called Mare Nostrum, meaning our sea. What they are saying, okay, eventually Rome's navy became the largest and the most powerful in the Mediterranean, and the Romans had control over what they therefore called Mare Nostrum, okay, meaning our sea. So they are saying that control over the Mediterranean Sea is by Romans. Okay, eventually Rome's navy became the largest and the most powerful in the Mediterranean, and the Romans had control over what they therefore called Mare Nostrum, meaning our sea. Okay, so the entire control was in the hand of Romans. Okay, the same thing they are asking here. The Romans called Mediterranean Sea Mare Nostrum because they dominate its use. They dominated its use means they have it's under control of Romans. Okay, in simple language we can say that the Mediterranean Sea is under control of the Romans. Okay, the same thing they are saying and the same thing they are asking. Okay, so that's why we will write here true. Okay, so last question, most rovers on ship were people from the Roman army. So we have not seen something like Roman army till now. Okay, so now let's see, we have get our another warships. Okay, we have seen this keyword. Warships were designed so that they were dash and moved quickly. So let's see. Warships were designed so that they were dash and moved quickly. Okay, so we have seen the same thing here. Warships. Okay, warships were built to be lightweight. Okay, built to be lightweight and very speedy. Okay, very speedy means quick. Very speedy means moved quickly. Okay, so these are the same thing. Okay, this is the synonym, same thing. Okay, so warships were designed so that they were lightweight and moved quickly. Okay, they often remain afloat. Afloat means they do not sink. Okay, they do not sink after battle and were able to sail close to land as they lacked any additional weight. Okay, they lacked means none. There is no any additional weight. Okay, a battering ram made of dash was included in the design of attacking and damaging the timber of oars. Damaging the timber and oars means piercing. Okay, the same thing, the same synonym they have used. What they are saying, a battering ram made of dash was used in the design for attacking and damaging the timber and oars of the enemy ships. Okay, damaging the timber and oars means piercing the timber. Okay, the same thing they are asking. So we have seen the same thing here. Okay, in the same paragraph only we have seen this. They had a bronze battering ram. Bronze means it is a type of metal. Okay, so they are using bronze battering ram which was used to pierce the timber hull or break the oars of enemy vessel. Okay, so the same thing they are asking in our summary. Okay, so the same thing. Okay, a battering ram made of bronze, BRONZE. Okay, check for the spellings are very important. Okay, so a battering ram made of bronze was included in the design for attacking and damaging the timber and oars of enemy ships. Warships such as Trim had rovers on 3 different dash. Okay, so we have to now look for our new keyword Trim. Okay, and in true false not given we have this keyword Roman army. Most rovers on the ship were people from the Roman army. Okay, so now let's quickly read our 4th paragraph. There were many kind of warship. The Trim, so we have found our keyword, was the dominant warship from the 7th to 4th century BCE. It had rovers in the top. Okay, it had rovers in the top, in the middle and the lower levels. Okay, so what they are saying, Trimim was a dominant warship. Okay, from the 7th to 14th century. Okay, what they are saying, the Trim was the dominant warship from the 7th to 4th century BCE. It had rovers in the top, middle and lower levels. Okay, and approximately 50 rovers in each bank. Okay, so at each level they have 50 rovers. Okay, at each level, top level 50 rovers, middle level 50 rovers, lower level 50 rovers. Okay, so these things they are saying. The rovers at the bottom had the most uncomfortable position as they were under the other rovers. Okay, and were exposed to the water entering through the oar holes. Okay, oar holes. This is worth noting that it is worth noting that contrary to popular perception, rovers were not slaves. Okay, what they are saying, it is worth noting. Worth noting means it is very remarkable that contrary to popular perception, rovers were not slaves, but mostly the Roman citizen enrolled. Enrolled means register. Okay, registered in the military. So what they are saying it is worth noting that contrary to the popular perception, rovers were not slaves but mostly the Roman citizens who have registered in the military. So these are the military person. Okay, military person. So rovers are the military persons. Okay, they have registered in the military. The trim was superseded by larger ships with even more rovers. The trimming was superseded by larger ships with even more rovers. Okay, so superseded means replaced. The trimming was replaced by larger ships with even more rovers. Okay, so now let's see our questions, what they are asking. So in true false not given, they are saying most rovers on ships were people from the Roman army. Most rovers on ships were the people from the Roman army. Yes, the same thing is given in the paragraph. What they are saying, mostly. This is very important. These words are small but they are very important. Okay, mostly Roman citizens enrolled in the military. Mostly, this word mostly Roman citizen. These words are very important. Mostly Roman citizen enrolled in the military. Okay, so the same thing they are asking here. Most rovers on ships were people from the Roman army. Yes, this is true. Okay, so now here we have completed our true false not given. Let's see our summary, what they are asking. Warships such as Trim had rovers on three different levels. As we have seen, this warship has 3 levels. Okay, here it had rovers in the top, middle and lower levels. Okay, so this Trim, they are talking about this warship. Okay, the name of the warship is Trimmy and it had rovers in the top, middle and lower levels. Okay, so level will be our answer. Okay, so now let's look for our another keyword. Unlike warship, merchant ship has a boat. So we have to look for the merchant ships. Unlike means, what do you mean by unlike? Unlike warship, unlike means different from warship. Okay, different from warship, merchant ship had a. Okay, unlike means different. Okay, try to understand the word. These words are so small but the meaning is very important. Okay, so try to understand this. So we will look for our another keyword, that is merchant ship. Okay, so here we have completed our 4th paragraph. Now we will move forward towards our 5th paragraph. Okay, here. So what they are saying here, so in 5th paragraph we are getting our keyword merchant ships. Okay, merchant ships were built. Okay, merchant ships were built to transport lots of cargo. What do you mean by cargo? Cargo means goods which are carried in a ship or in an aircraft. Okay, cargo. Merchant ships were built to transport lots of cargo over long distances and at a reasonable cost. Okay, they had a wider hull. Okay, they had a wider hull, double planking and a solid interior for adding stability. Okay, unlike warships, their V-shaped hull was deep underwater. So here, unlike warship, their V-shaped hull was deep underwater, meaning that they would not sail too close to the coast. So here they are talking about merchant ship. Merchant ship is having V-shaped hull, was deep underwater, meaning that they would not sail too close to the coast. Okay, they usually mean they are talking about merchant ship. Okay, they are talking about merchant ship had two huge side rudders located off the stern and controlled by a small tiller bar connected to a system of cables. Okay, they had from 1 to 3 masts with a large square sails and a small triangular sail. Okay, large square sails and a small triangular sail at the bow. Okay, so try to understand this line. Just like warship, merchant ship used oarsmen, but coordinating the hundred of rowers in both type of ship was not an easy task. Okay, so was not an easy task. In order to assist them means ensure them music would be played on an instrument, and oars would then keep time with these. Okay, so what they are saying it has square sails and a small triangular sail at the bow. Just like warship, merchant ship use oarsmen, but coordinating the hundred of rowers in both type of seas were not an easy task. In order to ensure them music would be played on an instrument, and oars would then keep time with this. Okay, so now let's see our summary question, what they are asking. Okay, so what they are asking, unlike warship, merchant ship has a broad dash that lay far below the surface of the sea. Has a broad. Okay, so let's see what it is having. Broad. Okay, so merchant ships were built to transport lots of cargo over a long distance and at a reasonable cost. They had a wider hull. Wider means broader. Okay, broad is equal to wide. These are the synonyms. Okay, so wider hull, we are getting our answer. Okay, broader hull or wider hull is the same thing. Okay, so here in answer we will write merchant ship has a broad hull, HULL hull. Okay, that lay far below the surface of the sea. Okay, merchant ships were steered through the water with the help of rudders and a tiller bar. They had both square and dash sails. Okay, we have just seen this thing in the same paragraph. What they are saying, they had from 1 to 3 masts with large square sails and a small triangular sail. Okay, the same thing, square sails and triangular sail. Large square sails and a small triangular sail. Okay, so we are getting our another answer. The same thing they are asking. They had both square and triangular sails. Okay, on merchant ships and warship, dash was used to ensure rowers move their oars in and out of water at the same time. Okay, on merchant ships and warship, dash was used to ensure rowers move their oars in and out of the water at the same time. So let's look in the same paragraph what they are saying. So what they are saying, in order to assist them, means they are talking about rowers. Okay, in order to assist them means to ensure them music would be played on an instrument, and oars would then keep time with this. Okay, keep time with this means, what do you mean by keep time with this? Keep time with this means, keep means oars in and out of the water at the same time. Okay, this is the same line. On merchant ships and warship, music music was used to ensure rowers moved their oars in and out of water at the same time. Okay, so this is our answer, music, MUSIC. Okay, I hope you understand. Okay, so here we have completed our 5th paragraph. Now let's move forward to our 6th and 7th paragraph. But before we will see our keywords, that is agricultural goods such as dash were transported by merchant ship to main ports in Italy. Okay, the ships were pulled to the shore by, okay, shore means coastline. Okay, when the weather, okay, so let's see these are our keywords. Let's see. So in 6th paragraph, so let's read our 6th paragraph. So what they are saying, the cargo means goods. Okay, cargo means goods. The goods on merchant ship included for raw materials, example iron bars, copper, marble and granite. Okay, and agricultural products, example grain from Egypt's Nile Valley. Okay, grain from Egypt's Nile Valley, and these are the raw materials. Okay, and these are the agricultural products, and these are the raw materials. Okay, from Egypt's Nile Valley. During the empire, Rome was a huge city by ancient standards of about 1 million inhabitants. Okay, goods from all over the world would come to the city through the port of Pozzuoli, situated west of the Bay of Naples in Italy. Okay, so we are getting our keyword Italy, and through the gigantic port of Ostia, situated at the mouth of Tiber River. Okay, large merchant ships would approach the destination port and, just like today, be intercepted by a number of towboats that would drag them to the quay. Okay, intercepted means to stop or to drag. Okay, so to stop means or to block. Okay, so these are the same thing. Okay, intercepted means to stop or to block. Okay, so now let's see our question, what they are asking. So quantities of agricultural goods such as dash were transported by merchant ship to the main ports in Italy. So what kind of agricultural goods they are transporting? They are transporting, so here it is. So here they are talking about raw material, and here they are talking about agricultural products. That example grain, only grain. Okay, so in answer we will write quantities of agricultural goods such as grains. Okay, if try to understand, if here GRAIN grain is given, okay, in singular form, so we will write in singular form only, GRAIN grain. Okay, were transported by merchant ship to the main ports in Italy. The ship were pulled to the shore by dash. Pulled to the shore means, pulled to the shore means dragged to the shore or dragged to the coastline. Okay, so let's see. These our keyword, large merchant ships would approach the destination port and, just like today, be intercepted by a number of towboats that would drag them to the quay. What do you mean by quay? Quay means a platform, a metal or a stone platform. Okay, platform, a metal or a stone platform. Okay, so what they are saying, large merchant ships would approach the destination port and, just like today, be intercepted by, to stop, be intercepted means to stop by a number of towboats. Okay, so that would drag them to the quay. Okay, so number of towboats that would drag them to the quay. Okay, let's see the question. The ships were pulled to the shore by, pulled means dragged. Okay, the same thing, DRAGED. Okay, dragged. Okay, the ships were dragged to the shore by towboats, TOWBOATS. Okay, towboats. Okay, so here we have completed our summary also. So let's understand what they are saying. large merchant ship. Okay, this large merchant ship, okay, were the ships were pulled to the shore by towboats. Okay, so what they are saying, large merchant ship would approach the destination port, and just like today, a number of towboats were used to drag them to the platform. Okay, the same thing they are saying here. They are saying number of towboats are used to drag them, okay, to the platform or to the shore or to the quay. Okay, the same thing they are saying. Okay, platform or coastline. Okay, the same thing, coastlines, platform, coastline, these are the same thing. Okay, so we have completed our questions. Okay, all questions we have completed. We have completed our true false not given. Also we have completed our entire summary. Okay, entire summary also we have completed here. Okay, so 7th paragraph is remaining, but no need to read the 7th paragraph. If we are getting all our answers, then don't go for the 7th paragraph. Okay, but if we are not getting our all the answers, then we will definitely we have to read the last paragraph also. Okay, so this is the practice okay, of the passage. So we will read this passage, read this paragraph and understand it. Okay, so the time of travel along the many sailing routes would vary widely. Okay, navigation in ancient Rome, what they are saying, okay, navigation in ancient Rome did not rely on sophisticated instruments such as compasses, but on experience. What they are saying, navigation in ancient Rome did not rely on sophisticated instruments such as compass, okay, but on experience. They mostly depend on their experience, okay, and local knowledge and observation of the natural phenomena. Okay, in conditions of good visibility, seamen in the Mediterranean often had the mainland on island in sight, okay, which greatly facilitated navigation. They sailed by noting means marking. Okay, they sailed by noting their position relative to a succession of a recognizable landmarks. When weather conditions were not good or where land was no longer visible, Roman mariners estimated direction from the pole star. Okay, so this is the steady star in sky. Okay, or with less accuracy from the sun at noon. Okay, so these are the two methods they are using when the weather is not clear. Okay, they also estimated direction relative to the wind and swell. Overall, shipping in ancient Roman times resembled, okay, means a same as, okay, Roman times, shipping in ancient Roman times resembles shipping today. Okay, so these are same. Resembled means same. Okay, in ancient Roman and at present, the shipping, what they are saying, overall shipping in ancient Roman times is same as shipping in today's scenario. Okay, with large vessels regularly crossing the seas and bringing supplies from their empire. Okay, I hope you have understand this paragraph. Okay, so we have completed our entire passage, that is passage 1 from Cambridge 16 test 3, and the title is Roman shipbuilding and navigation. Okay, I hope you have understand this passage. Try to understand and practice as much as you can. Okay.